Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode of Dad Games Badly. We are back here today with some more NBA 2K21 and our Vancouver Killer Whales Draft to Glory franchise. Now, it is the 2036-37 season. We are heading into the draft here, and last season we got back to the playoffs. We did quite well. I think we were 5th in the West, 46-36. At the beginning of the year, we didn't have the greatest draft. We drafted a fairly decent player in the first round. However, in the second round, we basically drafted a bust, so we let him go and decided to do something else. So we did quite well. Magnus Enquist was back on the team for the season, so that was pretty fun. And we just basically continuing on. And let's do some catch-up scouting here. While we do that, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And we'll head over to the draft. No people we need to worry about. That's good to know. So let's go ahead and jump into the draft. We'll take a look at the first three as we usually do. And then we'll jump to our pick. I think we're 6 mid. I'm not sure. Anthony Knox is second, 6'2", 203-pound from Louisiana State. 23.5 points per game. They needed a score, and that's who they got. The Spurs are on the clock at 2. They take Freddie McLeod, 6', 384-pound shooting guard out of Connecticut. Oh, I was like, this guy just turned 37? Yeah, Luke is pretty much up there in age at this point, so they needed somebody to start replacing him. Mavericks have Charlie Armstrong, the 7', 241 center out of Duke. Proving himself the strongest player in the draft, led all players at the draft combine, performing 26 reps in the bench press. Pretty good. So we'll go ahead and jump to the user pick. And let's take a look. Can I not see my roster? Rude. Team needs. That's good enough. Alright, so point guard, we have Geiger, who's 20. Not too bad. He was drafted 2 years ago. Chris Carter is here. We have Vince Stockton, who I believe we drafted last year. Yeah, nope, 3 years ago. Dawkins is old, not ours. Magnus Enquist is here, but he won't be around much longer. Diener, not doing too bad for himself. See, Pavin and Brady, and we've got Burns and Hicks as well, and Jeff Hendricks at center, really coming along quite well for us, so I don't hate having him there. So, you know, more center depth would be great, of course, you know, more point guard depth. So, all right, so I guess we know what we want, center or point guard. Doesn't look like we're getting that at all here, but we'll take a look at who is available. Not much to see. All-Star. I just like to look at comparisons first. There's 2 Latrell Sprewells in this draft. Let's see. Jim Jackson. Orf passing. Can't steal. No, not consistent. All right, let's take a look here. We are picking quite far down in the draft, but we will see what we can get here. Worrisome with that defense so low. Hershey Hawkins. All right. So you've got this guy, great vision, solid playmaker, good finisher. On his best days, can dribble himself open against plus defenders. Lacks conviction around, not terrible. Exceeds questionable basketball IQ and court awareness. 23-year-old Freddie Sykes out of Australia, possibly. Somebody we look at, Jason Thorpe. I like that there's no time limit on this, like in the NHL, because, yeah, Sometimes you don't pay attention to that time. Solid vertical leap, second jump, good too, which would help on offensive glass. He's 20. Best bat, can't steal, can't pass, and no consistency in defensive situations. I don't know how I feel about that. And then we start dropping here. So there's a few people we're looking at. Gerardo Diaz. No, you were just listed as a starter. Let's take a look here at potentials. No. Popov, Ricky Barker. Like how? How do you give all these people such great... Like, honestly, there's not really anybody here that I'm, like, super excited about. So let's go back to... What was it? Freddie Sykes, great vision, solid playmaker. I don't hate that he's a good playmaker, because we kind of need that. We don't really have that great... and he's a year out, but he's 23, so he's going to be 24 when he comes in the league next year. So unless he has a wicked season in Aussie, then I don't know how I feel about that. Carlton Sanders, probably not worth it. Yeah, if I start not seeing comparisons, it's not good. Doyle Gill, like, you're just so bad, buddy. Donnell Meeks. Jason Thorpe we were looking at. Solid vertical leap. Crafty finisher. His game will grow a lot. But he's just not good on that side of the court, so I don't like that too much. Petar. Has potential to develop, but not necessarily. Yeah, and we were looking at centers. And it doesn't look like we're getting anybody decent there. So I think what I'm going to do is I am going to go with Freddie Sykes. Just for the playmaking and that kind of thing. I just think, you know, hopefully in a year he's going to be good. If not, whatever. We don't have to sign him this season, so it's all good. 6'1", 201 pounds out of Aussie. Land of Steel here. They had him coming off in the top 10, or well, top 20, I guess. Vitaly Popov goes next, so he was a fast boy, though, apparently. Sim to user pick. There was that one center I was kind of interested in, if he's still available, but I highly doubt it. Yeah, he's not available. Alright, so I think what we're going to do is just go to best player available. And Doyle Gill is still here. He's bad. He's 21 out of Utah. Can't steal. Has bad vision. Not a good finisher. I don't hate him, though, just because he's got that additional... Like, he could be something decent, maybe, if put in the right situation. Yeah, they're going to take Doyle Gill here. He's not great. He's younger than the other guy. But he's got to figure it out. Make sure I'm on Doyle. Yeah. Doyle Gill, 6'7", 222-pound shooting guard out of Utah. Possibility to be somebody cool. Can do attitude and endless work ethic. Man, if that's all I asked for in a second-round pick, is make it work, bud. Sim to the end of the draft. And we will take a look at how everyone did. Obviously, Anthony Knox II was the consensus #1 pick. Mavs, Armstrong would have been great. Pelicans would have been great. Yeah, some pretty nice picks. Jawan May would have been nice. Billy Tate would have been really nice. And then we are, what, 21? No, 20. 71 at 23. You know, I don't hate it. It's his potential is a B-. I mean, he's just a solid kind of all-around guy. We'll see next year because he's got 1 year left on his stash contract, which is fantastic for us. And then we get 19 here, 70 at 20. Mid-range scoring is decent. Perimeter defense is good, and potential is a B- as well. So, you know, we didn't do so great in the draft, but, you know, kind of where we're picking, I'm pretty happy. 21, 70. You know, Dan Davidson, I don't believe he's a starter. So we got the potential, like, out of everybody here. Like, if we go down to here and we just look at anybody who has potential, Spencer Ewing, possibly. Is he a 76 at 22? Where was he? Weird. So yeah, honestly, it looks like we did quite well for ourselves, and in the first round as well. Where's he? You know, Richard Garnett is a starter. Popov was an all-star, but 2 years out. And yeah, he would have been 25 when he came in. Yeah, no, pretty happy with that draft. Let's go ahead and get into our rookie signings. We will bring Gill in for a season. Team player options. Geiger, we're going to accept that. Vince Stockton, we're definitely going to accept that. And then we can back out here. Jump down to qualifying offers. Chris Carter, Stan Hicks, and Hendricks all getting qualifying offers. I would love to just give you an actual offer. Does that work? Moratorium. Let's go. So Paven, we are going to renounce rights. We're not going to offer him that kind of money because, #1, we don't have it. And he's an 80 overall, and we're not paying him that. Jeff Hendricks, we are going to cap hold him. Stan Hicks, Chris Carter. Anquist, we are going to keep. Paul Dawkins is 33. We're going to renounce his rights. I do want to keep Anquist anyway, so it's kind of how it's going to be. We brought him back. Bo Miller is gone as well. I'm pretty happy with that, and that gives us quite a bit of room here. I don't know why our cap room disappeared. Jeffrey Hendricks wants to take a deal, and we will match it. We're renouncing Paven's rights. And just make sure everybody else is good. We'll drop Anquist if we have to. I'm sure we could pick him up on a minimum league deal. We are going to match that deal for Hendricks. Man, I love how teams put the squeeze on us, though. Like, thanks. Just make sure everybody is still good. Thank you very much. And we are on the first day. Looks like everybody there signed. Let's just double check our roster. Make Hendricks is here. Yes, perfect. Brady, Hendricks, Geiger, Diener, Stockton. Sykes is here, but he's not really here. And Gill is as well. So let's go back into free agency. We've got these three. Not sure if anybody would... Well, Chris Carter, somebody might be interested in. 78 at 22. Give him a shot playing bigger minutes, maybe. But we definitely want to make sure we keep our guys. All right, let's keep an eye on this. If anybody offers, we will be advised, I'm sure. Harris Paven is still sitting up there. He's expecting $15 million. We have the cap space if he's there near the end, and these three haven't signed. We will worry about that. I wouldn't mind having him back as a secondary option for us, but it looks like he is gone. Stan Hicks has an offer from the Nuggets. We're definitely going to match that. Kind of rude that you would do that to me. Looks like he signed with us, I hope. Okay, so he accepted that deal. Okay, perfect. Woo! Scary. Chris Carter as well could be next. Like, team could put the squeeze on us. It is nice that we don't have to worry about Paven anymore. See what I say? They're offering him another $14 million deal here. We're obviously going to match that, and he signed that, I'm sure. Yeah, look at that, boom boom, back to backs. And we've got, it's the last day. Enquist is here. Is he going to take the money? I guess not. Did he sign? Nope, he didn't. All right, well, we'll pick him up in free agency. I'm not too worried about that. I would like to see, where did Harris Paven go? So let's take a look. Where are we trending? 13th. So we didn't do enough, apparently. Well, obviously, we're not picking anybody up. Miami's pretty good. Houston, Toronto. Quite a few teams ahead of us. Quite a few teams below us as well. So not too bad. Event list. I want to go back to free agency. And I want to see just where Paven signed. Harris Paven signed in Cleveland. 2-year deal, $32 million. Good for you, Harris. Get that bread, buddy. All right, so Calvin Brady has gone down by 1. I don't like seeing that. Hendricks up by 1. He is 25, though, so his IQ has gone down. That sucks. Henny, Geiger is up to an 81 at 20. We are definitely going to spend some time with him. I would like to make him better. Is he point guard? At scoring at the very least, I think. We'll see. Diener, now 26, is a 79. He stayed. Burns is up to 79. That is good to see. Nice to have a nice secondary option there. Chris Carter coming in at a 79 as well in that second. Oh no, he'll be starting this year. Stockton went down by 1. Gill and Sykes are both 70s. So yeah, let's go. So a little bit of growth, a little bit of lowering there, but that's okay. Summer League is coming out. We'll fill that out automatically. Jump to the end and simulate through the game. Let's see how we do this year. I think we have a pretty solid young team. 23rd, not so great. Let's go out in the first round. Honestly, we don't have that many good rookies, and this is a rookie tournament, I believe. So you sign just a bunch of people, yeah. In the last few years, we've had some really decent guys, but it just wasn't enough. Or maybe there's an age limit or something. I'm not quite sure what the Summer League is, so maybe I should pay attention a little bit more. Try out your newly drafted players and some of the hidden gems of the league. Okay, yeah, so exactly. All-Star going to OKC. Congratulations. Pretty close to Tulsa, where our good friends the Boars play. We'll auto-generate those rookies, skip the summit, and head straight to training camps. And perimeter shooting. Where does the point guards shoot from? Do they shoot? I don't know. My brain doesn't work. Like, it does, but not really. Was it Geiger we were doing it to? Yeah. Inside, mid, 3-point playmaking. Alright. hopefully that goes up. And I guess we'll advance to the next season. Let's go. Oh yeah, sorry, we wanted to see if we get Enquist back. There he is. I don't see anybody else that we really cared about. Alright, so let's get out of here, advance to the next season. Yes, you can complete the rosters. Thank you very much. That just makes it easier and I don't have to think about it. Alright, let's go. So first and foremost, we need to take a look at the roster, make sure everybody is in the perfect positions. No, I need a shooting guard. Okay, so if you look at overalls, this is our starting lineup. Brady, Hendricks, Geiger, Dean, and Carter. Then you got Burns and Hicks on the back end. All right, so let's just double check everybody is in the right position. All right, so 84 is the best one for you. 86 is the best one for you, but I'd rather have you at center. Let's see. Okay, possibly shooting forward or shooting guard. What do we got here? Diener. Okay, so I still need a point guard. Who's the best point guard? I don't really care about you guys. Sykes is a point guard, but he is a better shooting guard. I'll put Gil as the center. Alright, so that's not going to work. Okay, Geiger will go, as much as I want him as a shooting guard, I'll put him there. I want you there, Burnsy. Carter. Alright, cool. Let's quickly edit that and then I'll go back and I'll fix some things. So just take a look at positions, point guard wise, Geiger, and well, it'll just be Geiger most likely. We won't have an Enquist. Will be his backup, unfortunately. Chris Carter at 79, 79 in Diener, Brady in 84, and Burns at a 79, Hendricks at a 73. So we do have to move people around just a little bit, but I definitely want to make sure that everybody is in their best position. All right, Stockton. Put you at, yeah, shooting guard, Gil. I think 71 was the best spot for you. Pittman. I'll just put you point guard next. I don't care about you. Hicks needs to be there, and Richards can be there. Confirm changes. Let's take another quick look. All right. So Geiger and Enquist, Carter and Stockton, Diener and Gill, Brady, Burns, and Hicks, Hendricks all alone. Okay, that looks pretty good to me. We need to get into system proficiencies. Stefan Silas is still here. We are a 4-star 7 seconds team, so we're going to run that. Coach game plan. Honestly, a minute should be like this. I want to look at offense. All right, so Geiger, Carter, Diener, Henny. Vince Stockton is probably our best shooter. Doyle Gill is more that defensive. Oh yeah, he was more of just, yeah. Enquist still has potential. And basketball IQ, that's about it. Geiger. Alright, so yeah, I don't hate that. I mean, that's a pretty solid team. 84, 83, 279s, and an 82. All our positions are set. I do want to... Sorry, who's my start? Geiger, Carter, Dean. Alright. Whatever, we're not even going to do that. Too much work, and my brain doesn't work that way. So Stockton needs to work with... who is another shooting guard? Chris Carter. Let's go volume, tireless, and corner specialist. Geiger needs to work with I guess Enquist. Cool. Alright, Calvin Brady is going to work with Vic. Is it Vic or Stan? Is there somebody else he can work with? Oh no, Calvin needs to work with Henny. That's right. Alright, we're going to go Pogo, Interceptor, and Rim Protector. Perfect. Diener is going to work with missing. Nope. I kind of wanted to get as much knowledge as possible, so instead of that, Doyle will go with Dean, but I want Dean to go with, did I pass him again? Bobby, just because he has a little bit more. Vic Burns needs to work with no, I want you to work with the other guy. You work with Stan. Let's go this one. Tireless Defender and Intimidator. Doyle needs to work with yeah, I'm gonna work with Diener on Giant Slayer, Rebound Chaser, and actually he's not good offensively, so I'm not gonna do that. We're gonna go Ankle Breaker. Henny needs to work with Calvin. 1, 2, 3. Stan needs to work with Dean. Is it Dean or Doyle? Doyle. Chris needs to work with Vince. Okay, Magnus, don't care. Gus, Jacob, Bobby, Dan, and Vince. Okay, just make sure everybody has somebody, and I didn't accidentally cut somebody off. It looks like we're good to go and ready to start the season. So, December 2nd, we face the Utah Jazz. Let's go ahead and simulate the regular season, see how this goes. We have a big win there against Utah. Beat the Nuggets in Game 2 of the season. Coming up on the Trailblazers, we know they're better than us, and we get that win. Get another win here and followed up with another win, and we lose to Harris Paven and the Cavaliers, but we are losing to the Suns as well. So we are 5-2, 6-2 now, 3 weeks into the season. We lose 2 more games back to back, then face the Lakers, where we win that one by 6. Can we take on Harris Paven and the Cavs? We do. Trailblazers, we lose to them in game 2. Mavs, we beat them, and another game against the Mavs here to start January off on the 4th. That is a loss. Now 9-6 to start the season. Second week of January, 2 back-to-back wins, and a loss to the Timberwolves. Lose to the Spurs on the Saturday. Monday, Tuesday games coming up. We win one, and we win both. Pelicans up next. Kaká, we beat them, swat them out of the air. And then the Clippers, we beat them as well. Now 15-8 on the season. Knicks up next. We beat them. Clippers 2. Can we beat the Clippers and have 3-0 series lead? We do. Heck yes. Let's go, team. Hawks, we beat them. Jazz, we beat them. Oh my goodness. Can we beat the Hornets on February 1st? We do. Oh my goodness. How many games have we won in a row? That's 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11... 12 wins in a row through January and February, and we finally lose to the Rockets at 12 straight wins. We come back to beat the Celtics on the 11th and on the 14th, Valentine's Day, and we beat the Magic on the 16th. Nets and Lakers, back-to-back wins. We're getting back into business. That's now at 5 wins in a row. Trailblazers up next. Can we beat them? We don't. 28-10 on the season, folks. This team might be able to do something this year. A big win against the Pistons, a big win against the Raps by 1 point, lose to the Bucks on the 27th. Let's go ahead and take a look at contract extensions. Just see who's going to need them this year. Brady wants to test free agency. Diener's undecided. Stockton is injured. But I think this is a good time to take a quick look at the team and see how everyone is doing. Calvin Brady is now an 85, Hendricks an 84, Geiger an 83, Carter an 80, and Diener a 79. This team is making stuff happen. Burnsy is our 6-man, Hicks as well. Then you've got all these weirdos that we don't care about. Has Doyle played any games for us? He hasn't been great, but you know, he's not playing a lot. Per 36, his assist is pretty decent. Vic Burns, not bad. Diener, not bad. Calvin Brady's killing it this year, 15 rebounds a game. Geiger's got 5 assists and over a steal a game. Stockton's been fantastic. Magnus Enquist has not played this season, but that's okay. Chris Carter has been legit. This team, I tell you. All right. Not going to make any changes. Not going to do anything. Maybe do a bit of this. Just because that's what the coach wanted. And we'll keep simulating until the all-star teams gets picked. Thinking Chris Carter makes it this year. We lose to the Grizz. We lose against Golden State. Can we beat the Bulls? We cannot. Now 3 losses in a row. Our biggest loss streak, 4 now on the season. Sacramento's up next. We beat them. Beat the Mavs. And then the Wizards are up next on Saturday. We win that game convincingly. Golden State's up next. We lose that one. Beat the Jazz. Nope, lose that one by quite a large margin. And we keep losing some games here, but all-star captains have been announced. Let's go take a look. Team Boyd and Team Donnell. Donnell Long and Boyd Wallace. Great job, everybody. Let's auto-draft. And we'll take a look here. Cliff Armstrong, first time. Fidel Perez, first time. Gary Watkins, first time. And Angelo Rancotti. And then in Team Boyd, you've got Stan White, first-time All-Star. Dimitri Titov, first-time All-Star. Terrell Morgan, Bill Valentine, Rock Billich. I'm sorry, Chris Carter's not up there? Rude. I don't see anybody up there for us, which is kind of sad. Well, rude, what can you do? Let's go ahead and go back to the roster. Oh, Brady's injured, 4 to 6 weeks. That's great. That's a great. Carter's gone down again. What is his actual points per minute? 28. Honestly, I would give Carter a shot, but what are you gonna do? What you gonna do? All right, let's go back to coach game plan. I'm gonna do that and fix that a bit, and hopefully we now 34 and 18 on the season. That's pretty dang good, obviously. Team status, we are sitting 2, 4, 6 in the division in the playoff picture. Obviously, our roster is quite good. Is even better when our best players are not injured. Yeah, pretty good team. Gotta figure it out. Keep going and simulate here. We'll keep an eye on the All-Star game, but since we have nobody in it, no skin in the game. Now 4 losses in a row again. Win. Nope. Keep going. 76ers. Can we win that one? Trailblazers up next on the 29th. That's another win. Now 38-19 on the season. We lose to the Pacers before the All-Star game. And it looks like the West destroyed this year. April 10th is our next game against the Spurs. We lose that one, but hopefully we can beat the Nuggets here on Saturday night. We do beat the Nuggets again on the Monday. Beat the Suns. Can we beat them in a back-to-back? We do not. We split that series. Rockets up next. We beat them surprisingly. That's good to see. Look at this, 43 and 23 on the season. Lose to the Pacers there on the 25th. 2 back-to-back games. OKC and the Kings win both. Mavs up on May 2nd. And that is a loss. Not by much, though. So pretty good. 45 and 24. Beat OKC again. Pelicans up next. Can we beat our arch rivals? We do not. And we beat the Knicks. And we also lose to the Wizards. So Hornets up next. We win. 76ers. And then the Lakers to follow up. Looks like we've got some nice wins. Do we hit 50 wins on the season against the Lakers? We do. 50 and 26. Lose to the Rockets as we should have in the last game. Lose to the Pistons and beat the Bulls. Now 51 and 28 on the season. Not much time left. Lose to the Nets. Beat Golden State. And then I think this is our last game of the season where we win. And it is. 53 and 29 on the season for the Killer Whales. Our best season to date. Honestly going to put us up quite high in the standings, and I'm very interested to see who we're going to be playing. So Ivan Raja for Sacramento winning the best player of the year. 16 points, 20 rebounds, 6 assists, blah, 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 blah. Honestly, Ivan, I don't think you should have won it. I might override that. I'm sorry. Chris Carter? No, I'm not going to override it with Chris Carter. But honestly, Boyd Wallace, how do you not give it to him? Is it because of the rebounds? Like the points per game, for sure. I'm not going to, because then it's just this whole thing and I don't want it to be that. But seeing that Chris Carter is number 3, like number 4 technically in voting, I'm totally okay with that. Nice to see some of the other names going down. So Chris Carter, a name to remember on this team. He's going to want a lot of money. Fuck. And then I'm still scrolling down and not finding anybody else. In the top 80, there we go. Calvin Brady, fairly decent season for himself, but he was injured for 4 to 6 weeks, so that sucks. Glad to have him back for the playoffs, though. That'll be beneficial. And then Hicks at 117. So, Ivan, congratulations. Dario Jovanovic came in and destroyed it for the rookies. I don't think we're going to have anybody even close because we only have 1 rookie technically. We'll have 2 next season. Gill and Sykes yeah, both not in rankings. So, sixth man of the year going to Jaden Dudley for Boston. Jeffrey Hendricks winning Defensive Player of the Year. Let's go, boy. Oh my goodness. 10 points, 8 rebounds, 5 assists, 1 steal, 2 blocks. Absolute stud. Love winning defensive awards. Most improved player, Ed Turner for the Hornets, and Luke Walton winning Coach of the Year for God knows whatever team he is the head coach for. Looking at the first All-NBA first teams, Boyd, Angelo Rancati, Ivan Raja, Jim McLeod, and Donnell Long on the first team. Second team, are you going to screw my boy over? Are you fucking kidding me right now? Chris Carter. Put some respect on that name, please. Rude. Lenny Walker, Gary Watkins, Julian Sampson, Gary Caldwell, and Shannon Castle. And then the third team, Armstrong, Stan White, Alan Calloway, Mitchell Jefferson, and Gerald Bellamy. I call some bullshit. All defensive team, Jeffrey Hendricks, thank you. Ivan Raja, Dmitry Titov, Rancati, Nick Randall. Second team, Grizzlies, Thunder, Pistons, Magic, Pistons. And rookie team, Knox 2, D'Angelo, Armstrong, D-Man Topopoulos, Dario Jovanovic, and some other. Juwan May made it on the second team, Donta Sullivan, Julio Wolf, and Jorge Navarro, and Joel Gibbs. Yeah, so put some respect on Chris Carter's name, please. Mother truckers, you had him at 4th, and you don't even have him on any of the third teams. Like, you've got 2 injured guys. You have 3 injured guys. Like, come on. Come on. Come on. So, we are at the playoffs now. It does look like Vancouver is the 4th seeded team in the West going up against Golden State. If you remember last season, we were the 5th seeded team. So we have the 1-up this year. Hopefully we can actually do something with that. So before I get into this, I'm going to go ahead and just double check coach game plan. Everybody's in their spot. That's what I like to see. Carter's back to an 80. Fucking hell. Geiger an 83, he's gone up. 84, Kelvin Brady. Hendricks has gone up to an 85, and Diener's still a 79. But honestly, if you look at Diener's numbers, sorry, Diener. Those are decent numbers. He's back to where he was like 2 years ago. I don't hate it. He's better than he was last year. He's better than he was 2 years ago per 36. Like, he's having one of his best seasons since, like, in 5 years. Diener is having a pretty good season as well. Brady, great season. Hendricks, great season. Hicks, amazing season. Vic Burns, great season. Gus, I don't care. Stockton, great season. I mean, I'm sure his actual numbers aren't great, yeah, but his 36 are. Let's see. Enquist hasn't played at all this season. Or he has 4.5 assists, but no, that's it. It's all he does. He just throws the ball around. Donnell Gill has had a great season. Doyle Gill, Donnell, God. Geiger has been great. Chris Carter has been. Look at this. How do you say no to this boy? This man, I'm sorry. Can you tell I'm angry? Goodness. Can we relocate? No, just joking. All right, yeah, that looks it. Let's go ahead and simulate with the Simcast. We're just going to sim through it because that's the best way to do it, in my opinion. If you don't like it, you know where... No, I'm just joking. Don't leave. I love you all. No, we're just going to do it this way. That way we can get through it faster. We are here to play. Diener leading with 28 points. Carter with 20. Hicks with 19. No. Oh, Vic Burns with the double-double. Brady with 15 rebounds. That's what we like to see. All right, we'll go ahead and simulate into game 2 and see how this goes. Looks like Vancouver's jumping out to an early lead. Golden State's trying to claw back, but I think it's a little too late. It sure as heck is. Hendricks doing it all. Recording a triple-double on the night. Are you kidding me? Carter with 25, Diener with 25, Hicks with 20, Burns with a double-double. Brady Hendricks, oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. 16 points, 13 rebounds, and 10 or 11 assists, 2 steals and 2 blocks on the night. What's it? 1 turnover. 6 for 11 on the field goal. That's over 50%. 4 for 6 on the 3-point. That's over 50%. That's actually like 80%. So fan-frickety-tastic. If my math is off, that's just because I'm a dumb. So we'll go ahead and simulate into the next round here, or into the next game. Golden State going out to an early lead, but Vancouver comes back in the second. Golden State trying to come back in the third, trying to come back in the fourth, but I don't know if they can do it. They don't. Diener is too much for them with his 26 points. Hicks with another double-double. Brady with another double-double. Everybody having another night. Hendricks, a slower night. They kind of figured him out there. But we'll go ahead and jump in to this team. And let's go. We want to sweep them. We want to get it back. We're going to keep it close. Keep pushing, Vancouver. You can do it. You can do it. You can do it. You can do it. We cannot. Armstrong leads them with 32 points, but we have 2 guys over 25. Hicks with 20. Brady with a double-double. Geiger. Henny with 16 rebounds. Like, this team is putting it together. I'm not too concerned about that. I am going to go back to coach game plan. I'm going to rework the lines a minute here. Just rebuild the rotation a tad. And let's get back into this game. Can we take them out in game 5 to be the first team in the West to make it to the next round? They are trying to claw back, and so are we. Pushing. Come on, Vancouver. You are better than this. You are better than this. But Armstrong has 47 points on the night. Burns' 27 isn't enough. Another double-double from Calvin Brady and Hendricks. All right, team. I'm going to make some small changes here with the game plan. Yes, I know. Shouldn't do it every game. But I'm sorry. Okay, Steele doesn't need to play. Richards doesn't need to play. We'll go down to 8. Swap you, because I don't like you. We're going to put Carter up a little bit more. Perfect. Geiger's going to get some more minutes. Diener as well. Henny, get those minutes. All right, let's see if that helps. It's going to scream at us as it does, but we want to not have this go to game 7. And let's go ahead and simulate this game. Hopefully we can get something done. Unfortunately, I'm a little worried. We were able to get the lead there a little bit, and look how close that was, squeaking past. 43 points by Chris Carter, 18 by Brady. Like, I'm not making any changes. Like, this is the way to do it. We're got to beat this team. We're going to be up against Sacramento. We need to win this game. Let's go, Wales. You were doing so well to start it off. Do not let Golden State take it from you. You are better than this. You are better than them. I'm going to be so upset. And we have been eliminated. Chris Carter was 33, and this team just wasn't good enough. That is baloney. Absolute. Absolute baloney. Absolute. I don't even know what to say. I'm so upset right now. Well, let's simulate the next round. So hopefully Golden State gets swept. Well, do they claw their way back? They do not. Sacramento beats them in 7. So we'll simulate the next round. Sacramento, Portland, Indiana, Charlotte. And let's see who's going to go through. Charlotte and the Sacramento. Simulate the next round. Kings up by 2. Hornets coming back. Kings are going to win it in 5. Congratulations. Ivan Raja has been an absolute steal for them. 26 years old, putting up 24.5 points, 7 offensive rebounds per game, 19 rebounds per game, 5 assists. Yeah, definitely see why he was the MVP of the season and now the MVP of the playoffs, finals. Oh, that 53-point or win season really does not sit well with me after losing in the first round in 7 games. I kind of feel like the fucking Leafs. Really upset by this. I don't know how else to feel. Mohamed Bamba, Vassal, Patrick Williams, Anthony Edwards finally retires. LaMelo Ball retires. Okoro, Precious Achiuwa, Kevin Porter Jr. Just want to see if our boy Harris Pavin or Enquist. I don't see either of them retiring, it doesn't look like. Just make sure I didn't miss Pavin up here. Alright. Staff retirements, a bunch of people. Hall of Fame inductees, LaMelo, Anthony Edwards, and Trey Young. Jersey retirements, LaMelo, AJ Sessions, and Anthony Edwards. Can I see ours? We don't have any. Alright, well, that's that. League meetings approving having trade deadline occurred 1 week sooner. Feds defense key violations from change from 3 to 5. I kind of like that they have the rule changes in there, and then like there's a CBA, and then it gets reworked, and then new rules come into play. Pretty cool option to do. And we head into the draft lottery, where we sit high enough up that it doesn't matter. We can skip it. 76ers, Wizards, and Knicks take the top 3. We sit at 28. So definitely not going to be getting any great picks this year. Staff signings, looks like we are pretty good. Just keep pressing this. Perfect. Catch-up scouting, we will worry about that later. And I want to thank you for checking out this season with me. Had a lot of highs, one really big low, and unfortunately it just wasn't enough. So until next time, sports fans, bye-bye.